Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Soapbox Society. I'm your host, Bonner, James Bonner. Did you laugh again? Okay, anyway, today we're going to be looking at pushing the reset button, and I'm going to show you how I push the reset button. So, if you've already seen the other video with the comparison between the Irish and the Jamaican Seamoss, I want to show you the journey, quick journey, not too long, of what I did personally. Again, always check with your physician, your doctor, your nutritionist, whoever that you refer to. This has worked for me 100%, and it may work for you too. So I want to share it with you as an option if you're trying to get healthier and there may be a byproduct of you losing weight. It's worked with some of the people that I know, male and female. So I'm gonna share that with you. Okay. So if you don't know, a lot of people, sorry if you hear some tape down here, I'm going to open this for you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. You have to clean your colon. I'm not trying to sound gross or anything like that. Even if you're healthy, there's people who've used this stuff that what it does is it is, okay, how can I put this? It is the most aggressive but gentle experience I've ever had with using any type of product like this. All right. And I'm going to probably mute this part because there's going to be a lot of unwrapping, but this is our product. So I'm going to open this for you. Okay. Sorry that took a second. This was the best wrapped stuff. Now, this product here is from St. Lucia. Now, when I was talking about cleaning your colon, uh, as I did mine, this one is called, let me get that close so you can see it. Hopefully it's kind of looks like it's in there. All right, so it's called Free Up, and it means every single word. This is all natural. In the past, I've used magnesium citrate. If you've ever used it makes me cringe a little bit right now, but if you've ever used magnesium citrate, it hurts. It hurts really bad. And, you know, I'm always thinking about how to clean myself inside and out. And this right here, this stuff right here, y'all get it. Anyway, um, is the best stuff I have ever taken. It is worth every single penny. There'll be a description. You'll see the link in it to it in the description below. Let me tell you this: when we're talking about pushing the reset button, that was the start. So what I did is I did a 3 day, count it, 1, 2, 3, 3 day water fast. If you've never done a water fast, you may not want to start with 3 days. If you're on medications and things like that, please consult with your doctor. I jumped all the way. If anybody who knows me who's watching this video, you know I jump all the way in. So I went in for 3 days, a water fast. Now, what type of water did I use? I used spring water. That's the water of choice for me. I don't recommend distilled water. If you want to use purified or one of those, do your own research, find out which water works best. We can only do the best that we can. So if you can't find a certain water that's alkaline and all this other stuff, I recommend spring water. It's fairly inexpensive. You can get a whole case for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 bucks. So try that. So that's what I'm sorry. So that's what I did is I did a 3 day water fast. Now here's the key. I have done 3 day water fast before. They suck in the beginning, right? They really it, it it's humbling. I'll put it like that. Because you're going without food. Now your body and your palate are used to a lot of sugar and caffeine and all those things. And when those start telling your body, hey, we need to do something about this, and your body is going crazy, that's the hardest part. Denying yourself food, right? And for me, denying myself food, very tough. But the difference this time is if you haven't seen the other video about the comparison between the Irish and the Jamaican sea moss, I use that in herbal tea 3 times a day, herbal tea, morning, lunch, if you will, and dinner, if you will. And that gave my body nourishment as I was denying it food. Now, what happened to me when I stopped eating food? The body doesn't have to digest anything. Guess what? It gets to go try to heal other parts of your body. That's what it started. I could feel it because the mind is like, you know what the biggest thing, sorry if I'm rambling because it's just it impacted me so much each time. There are people, this is the humbling part for me. There are people in this world who don't choose to not eat, right? That's the part that was like, ouch. I'm complaining because I'm hungry. And there are people in this world who don't eat. And then I saw a thing on, I think my daughter's gonna hate me for saying it this way, tickety tock. But on, that platform, and he asked a question. He says, "Are you hungry because you have money?" Think about that for a second. So that was kind of the mental journey of going through. So then when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I done been to combat. I done been to Iraq on several occasions. I've done those things that a lot of people would consider hard. So I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to act out or anything because I'm hungry. So I just bore through it. Toward the second day, it was almost like I wasn't hungry for a short time. It was just kind of a nostalgia. Am I saying that right? You can let me know in the comments. But it's very humbling, at least for me. But anyway, so that was the main part. So 3 day water fast. I took the Irish. Oh, I'm sorry. This time I took the Jamaican. This time I took the Jamaican Seamoss, and I didn't feel anywhere near as like bad or anything because my body was being nourished. That's when I could tell that the sea moss was working for me. So again, we got spring water is pretty much as you want. What else is to do? It hydrates you. So you're drinking the water. You're not drinking any other teas, any caffeinated herbal teas or any of those things. Just keep it simple. I use a dandelion root. I use a turmeric. There's a lot of good benefits. Look them up for yourself. Maybe we can go over it on a live or something. But pick a herbal tea, no caffeine. If you have the sea moss and you have this, make sure you take this. Make sure you take that, and you will be starting from zero. Right? You'll be hydrated. You will start feeling good. Um, oh, that's what I was going to say. So aggressive and gentle all at the same time. So they recommend when you look at the bottle, it recommends that you take it after about an hour or so after your last feast, your last meal. Take it after that. And it says within 2 to 6 hours, you will start feeling. Now, it's more of a, uh-oh, instead of a, like, you don't want to trust the fart or anything. Excuse me if you're sensitive to that stuff. But you will want to be ready. You want to be close. Now, mine, it said 2 to 6 hours. Mine took 2 hours. So I got up maybe 4 times to use the restroom, and I think I lost about 4 or 5 pounds right there. Well, they say the average male has about 4 or 5 pounds of undigested food in the intestine, and that's very true. So all I'm saying is this stuff absolutely works. Now, you don't want to go for a run, you don't want to go swimming, you don't want to do gymnastics or any of that kind of stuff. You want to be close to a facility that can handle. I would recommend also some type of spray because you are getting plaque that has never left your body. Even if you already are healthy, you'll be surprised at what comes out of these events. Okay. So maybe have some baby white, something soft, but it's not going to be it's not going to be all day. You're not going to be experiencing this all day. I say 3 or 4 times max. You'll go to the bathroom, and then later you'll feel a little bit empty. You'll feel like, oh, can I trust that? And you'll be able to tell, but you'll be pretty much empty. Trust me on that part. Okay. I think I've talked enough about that part. And after you finish with that half a day of events, I'm going to recommend that you not go out and eat, a full blown hamburger or chicken or any of those things. I'm going to recommend that you eat maybe a plate of fruit, nothing too acidic, because you don't, your stomach is starting over. So you don't want to overburden it with a bunch of chemical based foods and things like that. The other thing that I did, so I think that's enough about that. And I think you guys have a good understanding of that process. The fasting, if you want, try a day, try 2 days, ask your physician first, remember, and then you can use the free up that I showed you a few minutes ago. Herbal, you can, and remember your herbal tea, spring water. All right. And then the very last thing, some of you are not going to be on board with this part, but even if you do all the other stuff first, you're going to be fine. You're going to push your reset button, and then you're going to notice your palate changes because you don't have as salt, and it's everything we eat is just loaded with salt, loaded with sugar. That's the number one most addictive substance that I can find out there. Everything has sugar. Just look at the sugar. Try to reduce your sugar content because that's what builds the fat. When I did this process, the fat melted away like butter. Seriously speaking. Uh, some people were a little jealous. I'm not going to mention her name, but she was a little bit jealous of how fast I was losing the weight. And I was like, no, I'm just doing it for health. But anyway, so the very last thing, once I did all of that, I was like, I don't want it to go to waste. I don't want to just gain the weight back. So what I chose to do, you may choose to do something similar, is I went plant-based. I don't like the term vegan and vegetarian and all that, because you know what? People put a lot of rules and on that stuff. And when I was vegan before, people were like, you can't eat that. They were telling me more about what I can eat. They were telling me more about what I can eat. And they had a plate full of whatever it was, right? So I am plant-based. I don't eat any meat. Two of the biggest things that people always get or ask me is, where do you get your protein from? Where do you get your B12 from? Because they think that they can only get it from animals. You can get protein, plant protein, which the body can actually, it can process better, faster, and it's more nutrient based for us, is chickpeas, quinoa, and a new word you probably haven't heard of, fonio. It is an African grain. It's spelled Fonio. You'll see it in the description below. Go check it out if you're worried about that stuff. Guess what has B12? Take a guess. That's right, Seamoss. Seamoss has B12. It has so much in it. You don't need to have meat if you don't want it. If you want to try something new, try it for 3 days. No meat for 3 days. Who can't do that, right? If you do the fast, you're going to go without meat anyway. So why not continue it for another 10 days, right? Whatever time frame you want to use it, just try it. Trust me, you may feel a lot better if it's anything like what I experienced. Okay, so I went plant-based, no meat. I don't eat dairy, any of those things, and I also do my best in not trying to go to that. I'm not going to say the brand, but the fake meat. We'll put it like that. I don't go to that as a nutrition source. Some people use it to wean themselves away from meat, but I don't. I personally don't recommend it. That's your consumption. If you don't want, don't eat it. You can eat it if you want to, but just don't make it like an everyday thing, because sometimes that stuff isn't made right for the body either. So if you say, James, hey, guess what, JB, I'm not going to stop eating meat. There's nothing you can say. I'm okay with that. I'm not here telling you shouldn't. I'm not telling you better not eat meat. I'm telling you to consider it. But if you still want that piece of chicken or that piece of steak or fish or whatever it is, seafood, uh, go ahead. I just recommend that you portion it, like put it in a portion, and I recommend that it's not fried. So eat it grilled, eat it smoked, eat it whatever, and eat the salad first, and then eat the meat. And you may realize that you might not even be able to finish the steak or the chicken. And matter of fact, have you seen, especially right now, chicken and all that stuff is so expensive. And I went to the store the other day. We call it the commissary on the military bases. The chicken breast was this big. That's a titty. Excuse my language. That's big, right? That's a huge piece of chicken. And I was like, nope, not eating that. That's got hormones or something in it. I don't know. I'm not downing because not all food is created equal. Some places are organic and they do, free range and they feed good food and not feeding them other animals, things like that. So I'm not a big, let's do it for the animals. I'm just saying for your health, or what I did maximize my health. That's all I'm saying. All right. So take it for what it's worth. Let me know if you have questions in the comments below. I will read them. And again, I appreciate you watching this video up to this point. Thank you for your time. I appreciate everything that, if you're sharing this video with somebody, I appreciate it because it can help them. Like, subscribe. There's more stuff coming out. We got more to talk about, and I want to share it with you. All right. Take care. I salute you all. Have a great day, great evening, great night. Bye.